Hello, welcome to Vince News. I'm your friend and host Amit Roy, and please like me and subscribe me. And today I was thinking about Jackal, the super terrorist, and you know I wanted to table in front of you one man who is more dangerous than Jackal, and he existed maybe almost 100 years ago. His name is Rash Bose. In Indians call him freedom fighters, great freedom fighter, and he was, in true sense, he was a ninja. Now I want to tell you two parts of it. One, Raspberry Bose, and second, another interesting part, Subhash Chandra Bose's gold and treasures. Because they are remotely connected, you see. Now, this man, Raspberry Bose, was from Bengal. He's so mysterious. He's so mysterious. I worked on Jackal because personally, so I know Jackal very well. And Jackal has a backing of training and backing of KGB. This man is very, very interesting because he is a planner, he's an organizer, and he's a hitman. Three in one. Now look, he was born in a Bengali village, under British rule, and grew up in a French protectorate of Chandanagar, a hub of drug dealings and bootlegging. British could not enter in Chandanagar because it's a French protectorate and French area. It's not far away from Calcutta. So this man, his father was working, mother died. My father was working Simla. And they took him to Simla, near that place. He worked as a clerk. And I was his Wikipedia, where it says it's utterly wrong thing. He was a doctor, he was such and such. But if he was a doctor, why should he work as a clerk? Number one. Number two, there are a lot of, misinformation about it, But why I'm telling he's a super terrorist, quote unquote. Because he tried to kill Governor General, Lord Hardinge. And he also tried to make rebellion in the British Indian Army. And this is the story. Now, he tried to bomb Lord Hardinge. And he failed, bomb blasted, Hardinge escaped. And also in that time he tried to make a mutiny in India within Indian soldiers. But that is fantastic. But his accomplices were caught and many of them were hung by British. But British intelligence and British police was extremely dangerous, extremely lethal. Those who are living in India have no idea how lethal they were. But the British police never got hold on him, never was able to arrest this man ever in the entire period. You know why I am telling him he's a super quote unquote terrorist? He's a patriot for Indians, of course. But he could masquerade as many, many persons in those days. Jackal had a KGB backup, KGB guidelines, KGB makeup man. But this man has nothing. Yes, he is changing his dresses every day. Sometimes he acts as a Brahmin, sometimes he's in front of police, he's going out as a cook. I'm giving a few examples how he was. Police came to arrest him. He came out and he said, I'm the cook of this man. And he walked away. Sometimes he poses as a priest. This is his beauty, in operation. And I am more surprised. These are so fascinating story. And he was living on the boats and transmitting from the boat. He never used to live on the land many times. So in the middle of the river, he's living on the boat as a fugitive. So, and secondly, he escaped India posing as Prince Poet Tagore's personal secretary with a fake passport. Now, question is this: how he knew to make fake passports even those days? Yeah, he was at some sort of connection with German consulate, German outfits, because these organizations were influenced and somehow, funded secretly by Germany that time. And so he fled to Japan, where British were still searching for him. And British, again I'm telling, British intelligence is extremely dangerous. Extremely dangerous. So, look, here comes the Japanese magnanimity. Now, he was interlinked with a outfit called Black Dragon Society, the ultranationalist group in Japan, Mitsuru Toyama. And he was, somebody told me that he was living in a confectionery shop, Nakayama. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, if I forget that name. Nakamuraya. That name is coming again and again. I made a monk in Ladakh, he also told that. Japanese monk, Nakamuraya. But one Japanese scholar told me that maybe it's not Nakamuraya. But anyway, there are conflicting reports. But after that, one family, one of the Nakamurayas, it's being told that he offered his daughter to save, because, they wanted to save this man from British gallows. Then he offered his daughter. And daughter didn't want to marry a black man. He was not handsome, So, maybe a cultural difference. But he married that girl and got a Japanese citizenship. And the woman died also. The lady died after 11 years. He didn't marry again. But then he unleashed his Indian League and he invited Subhash Chandra Bose to Japan to lead that, because his health was failing. He had a cancer, stomach cancer. Now here's another story, because Indian National League formed INA, Indian National Army, led by Subhash Chandra Bose, whom Japanese called Chandra Bose. Anyway, that is the thing, another puzzle. And Subhash Chandra Bose was also very interesting. He was a person who broke Congress and he made Savarkar. And, it shows for many people how slippery that man was also. Because when he broke Congress, it gave a jolt to national freedom struggle. You have to understand that. And then he also fled in a mysterious way. It is being told he fled via Kabul via Soviet Union. But that time British intelligence and Russians were working together. So without British blessing, you cannot run away from that, slip away from that place with the Italian passport obtained from it. Is being told. But one doctor told me at that time he fled. It is reported he had tuberculosis. So I consulted few doctors that any tuberculosis people infected persons can travel that far with a frail body. They said, no, it's not possible. So I suspect before fleeing Calcutta, he made Japanese consulate, consul general. Now I suspect he also fled by sea. And later he met Hitler, etc., etc. Came. That is another story. Where I am concentrating, while fighting British soldiers, British imperialism, he amassed lots of golds, countless amount, countless bunches of money. So I'm giving an example. When he fled, when British were winning, he fled from Burma to Singapore, and Singapore to Bangkok and to Saigon. No, Hanoi, most probably, or Saigon. I'm just Saigon, I guess. And he was carrying 90 kgs of gold plus money. And it is being told that he was intending, before Japanese surrender, he was intending to go to Soviet Union. And unless you have some sort of interaction with Soviet Union, why should you try to go to Soviet Union? And also it's very evident, if Soviets accepted somebody, Soviet accepted with a booty, with gold. The Soviets will not accept you as a person, will accept you with money. That's very important. Number two, he was accompanying a Japanese general who was involved in Manchukuo. With Soviet, Manchukuo is northeast near Manchuria. And he was the general there, General Shidei. So he took General Shidei. General Shidei also came in the last time, near 45, beginning of 45, fighting in Burma. So Japanese and Bose was making a secret plan of escaping, most probably. But question is, as we all know how that plan came how the plan was executed, that they will go to Dairen and then to Soviet Union, Manchuria and Soviet Union. So he needed Shidei. And maybe they were talking some sort of understanding with Russians. It is possible. Then that plane crashed, is being told, and they died. And then again, their lot of money was mishandled. The money is lost in a way. Some money came, some gold came, 5 to 6 kilos or 10 kilos came to India. Now, where that money has gone. Secondly, it's being told that some people say that plane crash was a fake. By that time, for your information, Rash Bose has died. But by that time, when this story came out that Subhash Chandra Bose died in a plane crash with General Shidei, a lot of people say he has escaped to Soviet Union. Now, I don't know whether he has escaped to Soviet Union or not, but it's very mysterious. And one chap called Gumnami Baba posed as Bose in India, and a lot of stories are coming out that as if he came out from Soviet hand. But my question is, how one can escape Gulag? It's impossible. That is another story, unless you have Soviet-Russian blessing. And it is being told, so Gumnami Baba came from China. If that is the case, you need Soviet permission and Chinese permission to cross China, entering Tibet, Nepal, and then to India. As Gumnami told. And this man, though he claims he is a sadhu, he has a lot of expensive whiskies and expensive cigarettes. This shows his expensive trade as Subhash Chandra Bose had. A lot of Japanese have complained to me and in written things that Subhash Chandra Bose is to enjoy a lavish lifestyle plus other things. And he was not very honest in terms of spending things. So that is another allegation. I don't know right or wrong. But unless one thing is doubting a lot of people, that how he met Savarkar, the British agent who wanted to destroy Indian independence movement, and fought Gandhiji. divided Congress. And that gave an added advantage to British that time, 1942. So these are the questions, coming out about that man. He is patriot. I'm not questioning, but some people say that. These are the angles could be discussed. I don't know. Now question where that money has gone. And why suddenly Hindu nationalist BJP is finding solace in Subhash Chandra Bose and bashing Panditji day and night. Now this outfit, Hindu Mahasabha and Savarkar didn't support Indian freedom movement. And BJP had no background of freedom struggle or national liberation at that sense. So they are using this man. So this is another twist in the story. And bashing Nehruji. Day and night. Day and night their tantrums, coming out and bashing Nehruji, bashing Congress, Congress Mukta Bharat, that means Congress should be wiped out from India. And plus their treatment of minorities, we know. I am not going to discuss that. But Subhash Chandra Bose was a very good thing. He was a secular man. He was not as, narrow-minded as BJP. So this is the thing I wanted to express today. And table in front of you. Now questions where the money has gone. Today's price is like 300 crore rupees. And fractions come. And a lot of people are saying two chaps, Iyer and Ramaswamy has stolen the money. But I don't think so. I don't know where that money has gone. Some money has come, 7 kgs of gold has come to India and kept as after the war. Some money maybe is in Japan. It's lost like Yamashita's gold. That's the story. But here, I wanted to tell you one thing, that Raspberry Bose was never still loved in Japan. And he was given the third honor, Order of the Rising Sun. However, many Japanese, some Japanese like Subhash Chandra Bose. But he was not as popular as Justice Radha Vinod Paul, who vetoed British and American judges against Japanese so-called war criminals. So these are my submissions, Raspberry Bose did not use money for personal reasons. Nobody can say. But a lot of people are saying Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose might have used those money for many reasons beyond freedom struggle. Mr. Nair is one of them, freedom fighter and very close to Japanese, military system, and Raspberry Bose. In fact, Raspberry Bose was a little upset with Subhash Chandra Bose. Anyway, this is my submission for you. I have a great respect for Subhash Chandra Bose, but I certainly don't like meeting him, Stalin and Hitler. So, and he's being used as their hero by BJP. Thank you very much for patient hearing. Please like me and subscribe me. Best wishes. Thank you very much.